Here we
J.J.
go.
McCarthy is reportedly on a laid out plan for JJ to eventually be the starter. I don't know how much this is true, but we'll get over to the details and then we'll get our reactions. Per ESPN, the Vikings will have a step-by-step plan for J.J. McCarthy during training camp. And if he completes all of these steps, he'll open the season as the starting quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings have a specific step-by-step plan for McCarthy's development, and if he hits each step, odds are he opens the 2024 season as the starter. If not, and they have to keep working with him while starting Sam Darnold, they're fine with that too. I'm so tired of talking about JJ.
I'll just make this quick. Are we surprised by this, boys? Are we?
Yes, I'm a little surprised by it.
About him having struggles.
This ain't about him having struggles. This is about him just them having a plan for him to start. I think it's BS. If you want my honest opinion, I think this is just they're saying the right things to not put a lot of pressure on JJ, but he's eventually going to be the starter. You don't draft this dude with this much hype. Well, their fan base and everybody that's hyping this dude up this much for him just to go on a step-by-step plan with Sam Darnold. I think this is what I feel, and I'm gonna just end my rant here because I've said enough about JJ. When I think about this more and more, I think Sam Darnold was brought in just as a security blanket, just in case they couldn't get a JJ or Michael Penix Jr. Now that they got a JJ, now they're like, well, how do we figure this out? We're going to tell the media and Sam that he's going to be on a step-by-step plan because now we got a guy that's here, that's a veteran, that's ready for his shot again. That's what? He's only 24 years old or something like that, like 23, 24. Like Sam Darnold is still young too in his career. I mean, he's as old as some of the quarterbacks that came out this year. Like, there's no way that they don't start JJ. I don't want to hear none of this. Don, what you got to say?
Darnold is 26.
26?
Well,
that's still that's still
no, I know,
young.
but I was like 24 doesn't sound right. I thought like 26 or 27.
Yeah.
Well, apparently the GM of the Vikings came out with this plan, and apparently the way they're spinning it, they had a step-by-step plan created for each of the different quarterbacks that they were considering drafting. Now, of course, they're saying the right thing here. That they'd have to hit specific benchmarks, but they did give the coach, Kevin O'Connell, full authority to make the timing decision. They're trying to avoid what they're saying is the worst case situation.
Yep.
When they don't want to ruin McCarthy's career, they don't want to expose him before he's ready. And that was the whole reason they got a $10 million bridge quarterback named Sam Darnold. They are being very political here with the statement. They allow all the wiggle room possible. So at that time, they can make whatever decision they want. If they are sure he is not ready, they can say he just didn't meet it. If it's close, they can go whichever way they feel like it. If he's outstanding, he hit every mark, and that's why he started. They have laid it out very nicely for them to make a decision either way.
Yep. Sore?
Yeah, I don't really see this as a bad thing. This is kind of a GM justifying his pick. This is hey, this is why for the fans that are like, we don't want JJ to start week 1. For the fans that are like, we do want JJ to start. They have said publicly, it's in the media now. It's being talked about now. There is a step-by-step plan. If JJ follows it and he succeeds and he starts week 1, there's proof that, the coaches and the head coach, Kevin O'Connell, all those guys had a plan. JJ followed through all of it.
Yep.
Which again helps GM justify the move. Shows that they didn't just give it to him, that they have quote unquote, he's had a plan and they have followed him. If he doesn't, they can be like, this is why we brought in Sam Darnold. He didn't follow the plan. He's just a couple of steps behind. Sam Darnold's going to start for a little bit, and then if he shows off good, then potentially, traded or kept throughout the season because it's only 1 year. And then JJ comes in mid-season or later through. So this is, to me, a coach and a GM helping cover any ground, any loose ends, and being like, this is a blueprint right now. We're not going to tell you the blueprint, but right now, we have covered bases for both sides of start him, don't start him week 1, start Sam Darnold, don't start Sam Darnold. It is just the justifies by all ends.
Yep.
I think also because the Vikings fans feel like they've been burnt by Kirk Cousins and a bunch of rash decisions. Oh, what
We
happened?
lost Don, by the way.
Oh,
in the graphic. He's here.
I got him.
Okay.
I just thought his camera died, or he had to turn it off real quick.
There we go. He's back.
Go.
All right. I also think to add on to this to end this one out, because they've been burnt by Kirk Cousins and making rash decisions like this whole time, and fans have felt like that, and it just felt like we've gotten so close with the Stephon Diggs, the Miracle, and not the Meadowlands,
or not Meadowlands, Minneapolis Miracle. Sorry,
Minneapolis Miracle.
Wrong Miracle. My bad.
Them getting very far with Case Keenum in the playoffs, like, and Kirk not being able to get them as far as they want to, even though I strongly feel